22 years old teenager who committed a crime when he was much younger is facing the prospect of spending up to 35 years in jail. This young man's actions have shocked the world. This man has history of committing what some people have described as appalling behavior. This young man's action has divided opinion with respect to the causes of his behaviors. Some have said this is down to mental health. Why some people have said this is not mental health. This is a young man who deserves to spend the rest of his life in jail. His behaviors are inexcusable, as some have described it. Jeremiah Taylor is a young man who has a troubled past. He's a man who has been involved in different kinds of crime. The young man, what he did on this fateful day, it shocked everyone. In fact, it has been reported that Jeremiah actually he beat his former record. Let me know what your views are as we dive into the story of this young man who we are going to share his story today. Jeremiah is a man who one fateful day, the young man, he went into a place. He was already on bail. He was on bail for his violent behaviors, which has sent him to jail. This fateful day, Jeremiah went into the home of an elderly lady. This woman, she is 94 years old. When you find out what Jeremiah did, you will be shocked because this is not something that you hear very often. Jeremiah went to this woman's house, 94 years old house. He did the unthinkable. He committed the unthinkable in the sense that he went to this woman's house and the guy, he collected the woman's money. He collected the money and he didn't end there. The young man then raped a woman who is 94 years old. This is why a lot of people cannot believe what this young man has been alleged to have done. How can a man who is only 22 years old, how can he go on and rape a woman who is 94 years old? Some have said that Jeremiah should be castrated because his behaviors is unthinkable what he did. After the actions, Jeremiah then left the scene. He left the scene. This is why a lot of people are saying that Jeremiah, who is already on bail for other crimes that he has committed, they are saying that they should not have allowed Jeremiah out, given his past history with crime. Jeremiah has maintained his innocence that he didn't do it. However, the evidence shows, as you can see here, this is the image that the police released. The image of Jeremiah when he alleged to have committed the crime. The police then used his DNA record, which it matches the one that they were looking for. They went on Crime Stopper to announce that, look, this is what happened, and a lot of people were shocked. They could not believe how a normal person could do such a thing to a 94 years old woman when he is only 22 years old. That is why some people are saying there have been different explanations. Some people said whatever we are seeing now is a sign of the end time. That is what those who are religious have said. They said this is the signs of the end time. That when you are approaching the end time, that strange things will begin to happen. Things that are incomprehensible. Things that no human being can explain. Why some have said Things like this have happened many times. It has been happening many times, but now the level of awareness is higher. That is why people are much more aware of what is happening now. Now, the question that a lot of people are saying is that what would push a 22 years old man to go and do this heinous thing to a 94 years old woman and not have the conscience to say, look, this woman, she's old enough to be my great great grandmother, and he did what he did. He escaped. He allegedly committed this crime while he is already on bail for another crime that he was arrested for. Hence, why people are now saying that Jeremiah Taylor should be castrated. Do you think that this is a normal behavior? Do you think that this mental health is responsible for Jeremiah's action? Or do you think that this is a pure evil behavior that defies all explanation? As I speak to you today, Jeremiah maintains his innocence, that he's not the one. However, the police have told him that the DNA that they have, it showed that he raided this woman's house, stole this woman's things, and he then went on to do this. And he did this. This was a crime that was committed within the last 2 years. This guy has committed all sorts of crime. So these are the pictures that they shared on Crime Stopper. The picture of Jeremiah wearing white t-shirt, entering this woman's house, and that is what they use to track Jeremiah down. They put it out on Crime Stopper. The police appeal to people to come forward, anyone that has any evidence, anyone that knows anyone that looks like this picture that they put out, and they will then be able to use the DNA from the scene to match Jeremiah, and that was how the police were able to have their breakthrough. Jeremiah's action has divided opinion because people are saying that this is one of those things that when you hear, you just cannot believe why a normal human being would do such a thing, and do it knowing full well that this person that you're causing pain to, that you are committing this kind of heinous crime to, is 94 years old, who can barely stand, and you do this and you walk away. Let me know what your views are. Do you think that this is down to mental health? Do you think that this is learned behaviors? Or do you think that this could be down to somebody who was under the influence of drugs or other substance? Let me know what your views are in the comment section. Jeremiah is already under arrest, and the judge has told him there is no bail for him, that he will have to face, and why some people are arguing that he deserves to be castrated. Let me know what your views are. Our heart goes out to this 94